Oh, that was quick.
I think that's faster than the bike. Oh, right in the stinger.
Oh, look.
Oh.
Still going?
Still good?
Excellent.
Today's job is to finish this last berm, so hopefully soon we might have a fully rideable track, and we got a few shack upgrades which I'll show you in a minute, but that's going to be cool. So now the big bomb hole in the middle of this berm has been drained out. You can see it comes along here, left round the corner, like Chris designed, and now all the way along the side of the track. Oh, just something nice about that, isn't there? Always. Quite want it to rain again so you can really see it pump. And yeah, now this bit here's dried up real nicely for some kind of little step up or spine there. There's one last bit of the track that could possibly flood now, which is the inside of this berm here. So I'm just going to pipe underneath there, into there, make it look nice. So there we go. Just a couple important things to remember if you're going to make a little pipe drainage. Obviously you have to go from the lowest point, which we've got here of the berm, because that's where all the water is going to get to. Then we just got to make sure that that end is lower than this end, and that the gradient goes smoothly all the way down. You don't want water getting stuck in the middle, so you don't want to make it a U shape. And yeah, all the water just goes down, doesn't sit in the pipe. The bottom should be quite smooth as well, because if you put a pipe in on a rock or on some lumps, when you put dirt on top, it might crack the pipe, then it will sort of leak everywhere. But yeah, I think we're ready now to put the pipes in.
Oh, here you go.
Ah, genius. Right, because obviously the scavenging pump track rules, we can only use what we find here, and it wasn't quite long enough, but you can just slide one into the other. It's not the best thing ever to do, but as long as you put the small pipe first that runs into the big one, and you're just careful when you put dirt on, it'll be spot on. I saved the turf, so just going to put that back on top. Put the last bit of turf back on. There we go. In there, under the grass, and out the other side. No one will ever know. Here we are, last turn. All that's left is to build from here to there. All the dirt's there quite nicely, but it's all a bit sort of dry and a bit rubbish. But we've got this kind of pot of good clay over here, so we're just digging that. And we're going to surface it all there and then pack it in nice and smooth. Hopefully it goes nice like that then.
Totally found this crazy brain mushroom.
Nature with Chris.
What you found, Chris?
Well, oh, here we go. Not again.
Not again.
We got a common frog
In a coconut.
in a coconut or a monkey
nice.
skull. Haven't
Do you
quite
live
decided.
in the water or on the land or what?
He lives on both. Basically, this time of year, he's just looking for the nearest pool to hang out in and look for some females.
Oh, hey, you reckon he likes our drainage?
I reckon so, yeah.
I reckon too.
I think we're making this habitat better for everything.
I think we are too. Let's put him in.
We put him in our system.
Yeah, let's rehabitate him in the system. Rehabitate. Let's put him in the system. Yeah, true. You got to keep it away from Pumpcat.
There you go. Happy frog.
There you go. Now he lives in the drainage.
We've got a little pond down there that we've built him.
Yeah, you can live there. Hopefully, he has like baby frogs. Nice one. Another great Nature with Chris.
Nature with Chris.
Well, there we go, Chris. We officially have a pump track now. All done.
Hard work.
Yeah, I'm knackered. We've also built this roller wider, so you can now straight line that and use the berm as a bit of a fly out. But I guess that's going to take a little bit longer to build. And yeah, I'm up here on the start of the run-in. I think so. Oh god, almost died. So yeah, a lot of work still to do. We're going to fill all that up, like Chris said, with all this dirt here, because we don't really need this. But yeah, everything's good. That drains out of there now. That drains out the little pipe.
But it's a flowing track.
But now it's officially a track, and all there's left to do is wait for it to dry a little bit. I kind of want to ride it now, but I think with this new berm, it's all wet and it's super soft, and we'll sort of undo all our work. And I reckon in a couple of days that'll bake, and then we can shred laps. So a lot of people have been asking what tools we're actually using, so we're going to show you right now quick. What should we start with? Obviously you need a speaker. We got the mini rig there to pump tunes whilst we build. Chris's special, the breaker bar.
That is the one.
Yeah, that's good if you find like huge bits of concrete, you can smash it out the floor.
Yeah, roots, all sorts.
The next stage, we have this sort of pick here. That's when the dirt's super hard, super crap, which it kind of is all around here. When it's just a bit too hard to dig
Matic.
with your shovel. Is that a matic, not a pick?
Matic.
What's a pick then?
With the picks on the back.
There you go, there you go. And then we have these pointy shovels, which are sort of the next thing after the dirt sort of gets softened up with the pick. That's good for just digging and moving dirt. And then finally we have these square ones, which are perfect for shaping and making it smooth.
Yeah. And then while making the pump track, we found these, which is great.
Yeah, which are pretty good for trimming and chucking.
The rake.
The rake, we haven't used much, but that's for, obviously, raking around your smooth dirt, moving it a little bit for final shaping.
Yep.
And there you go.
Oh, and the hazy hog rider.
And the booze also helps with building pump tracks. So yeah, if you're lucky like us and you have all those tools, you can have a great time. But if you can only buy one shovel, or if you can only buy one tool, I'd recommend this one, because yes, it can still dig, but it also, shaping is the most important part. So if you can only get one tool, get a flat square shovel. And of course, the trusty old wheelbarrow to cart around your dirt makes it much more efficient if you're digging from one sort of soft hole and you got to put it somewhere else. Much quicker in a wheelbarrow. So the basic track we now have goes along the back straight, I guess, which is where we'll start. We've got 6 rollers, all pretty much the same size, all pretty similar, down to the bottom into the biggest berm, big left, which kind of turns you back up the hill over these 2 rollers, another short sharp left into a right into a left section with double rollers in between them, into the real steep berm at the back, which is kind of also the fly out and the start point, and then a kind of left turn back down to the start straight. Very cool. So now we just need to kind of decide what to build next. We think in here we're going to have a sort of crossover. So we come up here, have a little step up or something, a little trick jump. That way you can be going around this way. You can do the spine step up, whatever, and then you'll end up going the other way. So it kind of doubles the track in length actually, with just a bit of building. A couple guys have suggested a quarter pipe as well, which would be amazing, because you could switch directions again. Thought maybe one could be up there. And another idea is to have a kind of right hip and then down in some dirt jumps down the hill over there. But woo, a lot of digging, and I think we just want to enjoy the track for a bit now, to be honest, and the hangout zone. Had our first barbecue today, which was mega, kind of christened the track and opened it all up. We are stoked. Thanks as always, everyone, for watching. Bye-bye from Chris.
Hello.
This week's shout out goes to Everett Benjamin. He's been building a cool little backyard track. Looking good, keep up the good work. Thanks for everyone for supporting us, watching our pump track build. I'm gonna do some laps with the drone, and we'll see you next time.
Ha ha ha!